Today, more than ever, you need to have a plan to be able to protect yourself and your family. Guns & Ammo's new personal defense video series will give you the tactics, tools, and techniques you need to stay safe. For years, red dot sights like this Trijicon MRO HD have been very popular for AR-15s. Now, they don't provide magnification the way a scope does, but you don't always want magnification. In close quarters, magnification can actually be a hindrance because it interferes with your ability to see up close and to see what's happening, and you really need that. A red dot sight also simplifies the aiming process by allowing you to simply overlay the dot on the target, and that's beneficial. Now, these days you have options, like we have this 3x magnifier here that we can put on if you need it. If you need magnification, now you have magnification like a low power scope would provide. So with magnification, the target is even easier to see. And if you don't need it, you flip it to the side. So a red dot provides a lot of benefits on a rifle, and many of those benefits carry over to a pistol. But a pistol is a little bit harder to use, and I'm going to give you some tips that's going to help you maximize the benefit of having a red dot. All right, so now I have a Trijicon RMR CC mounted on this pistol, and this is a smaller red dot sight that's designed for single stack pistols. Now, when people are shooting a pistol with a red dot sight, they sometimes think it makes them slower. Well, at first that may be the case, but with a little practice, you should be much faster with the red dot because it's so much more prominent than a front sight. The key is you can't wait for it to stop moving because it'll never stop moving. You also don't have to have it perfectly centered in the window. When you're shooting a pistol with the red dot, you want your offhand to be cammed forward like this. That will help bring the sight down. Typically the sight is above the window, so you do that and that really helps. Also, if you tighten your grip, it's going to align the dot, whether it's left, right, high, or low. So I'm going to shoot the head here, looking at the head. So that makes it much easier to do. It does take a little practice. There's a little bit of a learning curve, but if you just remember, look at the target, not focusing on the dot, and don't wait for the dot to be perfectly still. It's never gonna happen. Neither does your front sight. The dot is just so much more prominent that it could be distracting until you get used to it, and make sure you have a proper grip. If you do those things, you're gonna be a much better shooter with a red dot on your pistol. If you like this information, be sure and check out our other videos on the Guns & Ammo Personal Defense Series.